good because of the way they play?
Yeah, I think NewBee definitely plays a bit slower, and they're pretty reliant on SCC and KP to be able to carry games through them. I think like Mugi is in a pretty good position right now, and like how he plays his safe lane and his kind of style and where the meta's at right now. But I just think that like Team Secret from their support position have like the really good tools to be able to utilize. I don't know, everyone. I think it's so cool that every single post TI session, we don't have a patch, and there's usually at least 1 or 2 tournaments that we get, and there's always things that are still being figured out about the patch.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about this, is that everyone is definitely still like feeling out how they're supposed to play this meta, but isn't it supposed to be established already from TI? That's why I can't stand people complaining about patches, you know?
16 best teams in the world competing on this exact patch we're seeing now, and what we saw at TI was there was a couple Venos here or there, and Lich and Necros, but they weren't the meta picks. There was no Chen back then.
Yeah.
And nothing really changed about Chen.
Yeah, it's a very different metagame. I think it's because the metagames now, we haven't had tournaments, because tournaments always change the pub metagame, but because there hasn't been tournaments, the pub metagames felt kind of stale, but that's partly because the patch hasn't changed, but I'd say more so just because tournaments haven't happened.
And that means it's on you, pub player. Change your picks.
But don't play Winter Wyvern safe lane in mine, pubs. Thank you.
Don't listen to Sheever.
No,
Be the difference maker.
Oh, don't do it, please.
So, opening ban on Chen, of course. I think the big must ban here. I think Lich is actually also other obvious ban. Take out a couple of Puppy's heroes. And then this is more the standard openers we've seen all of these teams. Shaker's been very highly valued. Vener Necro, of course, the kind of meta picks we're talking about. And the Nyx pick, very good at protecting the Necro as well when you pick those up together.
Yeah, definitely make sure that Necrophos isn't picked up as in that 1-2 by NewBee. I think it's like one of the few heroes that you feel pretty hesitant about picking up Necrophos. But I personally feel like it is pretty lackluster as a 4 position in comparison to stronger 4 position dominators like Earthshaker and Nightstalker. So they're definitely going to need some stellar performance out of the Nyx Assassin to be able to outdo the impact of this Earthshaker. As we've seen from these previous series, that like ES, he wins games for you. He's like an instant initiation that leads into like 5 seconds of disable. He's a team fight winner, and he's a really strong 4 position in the laning phase as well. Like, that hero does it all.
We did see him ignored in the first series, though. They don't believe They don't believe in their Shaker.
That was their undoing.
10 seconds remaining.
We have NewBee going full out on the puppy hate, by the way.
5 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
The Chen, the Lich, the Oracle, Enchantress.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of it makes sense in a way, like conceptually, like if you're gonna stop banning towards one player and they still don't pick the hero, keep banning them because you suddenly really limit what Puppy's end up resulting here is going to be. Puppy's hero pool is perhaps not as diverse and large as some of the other players on the team as well. Whereas I'd look at like someone like Ace or Mid One. These are guys who can play almost anything in their role. They're both super flexible, so I think it's the right player to. I think you either go after like Puppy or Yapsa with the bans. AA against
themselves.
With that Oracle ban.
They insta-pick that Nature's Prophet. That's a hero that AA is really bad at dealing with in lane. And I think that's something that Secret were fine giving them an AA to kind of counterpick the Necro because they knew they would have such a good laning stage as a result.
Nyx Assassin has been really good against AA as well.
10 seconds remaining.
Right?
It's a very easy hero to hunt down, so yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Definitely not a hero that's scared of AA.
It's kind of cool that honestly, those picks should have been kind of obvious because we had the Oracle ban leading into Ancient Apparition, but you see Team Secret banned away the Sven, right, which is obviously one of the best counters to Nature's Prophet. So seems like Team Secret had very clear like checkmate in their mind of how this ban pick the second phase went.
What do you think Puppy's going to play?
Might play the Nyx if they want to do 5 position Nyx.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they could still pick up a different 4 position for you.
They can get the Earth Spirit something more active. And the Earth Spirit kind of can play as a 5 as well. That's where like Puppy may even be able to be a bit greedier on the Nyx. Spirit Breaker has been a go-to a bit as well.
He has played Earth Spirit himself as well, right?
When he was playing the 4 position for Secret for a little while, he had a couple games. It was not hero he looked that comfortable on.
Because that's the thing that Navi did against them yesterday. Just basically have 2 4-position heroes and just go.
Yeah. We're seeing a lot more of that. These 5-position Nyxes, Spirit Breakers. I think NewB were doing that. Even they had Faith has played quite a lot of Nyx Assassin.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining. Newbees turn.
Maybe Weaver. Okay, I was thinking Terrorblade. Any one of those like just anti-lifestealer heroes, to be honest.
As well.
That it's interesting. They feel that this is such an important game for Weaver, and I could kind of see why, right? It's really good versus Lifestealer. Venomancer, Ancient Apparition don't really do anything to only the Earthshaker that's really a threat.
Yeah.
But they feel like it's such a good pickup here that they don't wait until the 5th pick, right? And so we're gonna have just a support picked up.
It is such an
Presumably.
interesting way of drafting compared to Newbee, because Newbee is just like, we were saving SCCC last all the time. Do you think Secret could pull a complexity with that Nature's Prophet? You talked about it briefly.
It's possible. I think the big thing for Secret grabbing Weaver, it's like you really want this hero, and it could get banned. You don't. There's no point hiding your last pick because you pick your 4th and 5th heroes consecutively. So if there's a hero you want, you're better off grabbing your carry before your support if the carry is the more important pick for you. So Newbee's going to get to see both before they counter pick with their final pick of the draft.
Ban out Yupster's Rubik.
5 seconds remaining.
It's very classic Newbee. Save, in theory, SCC's hero for last. Sometimes they'll put him on like the KP hero, like they pick a Veno or a Puck that you think's going to be played by KP, and they decide it's going to work fine at mid. But it gives them the option to pick SCC's final pick.
The hero to counter all plan. Is there a hero to counter? Like what are they lacking? What do they need?
Pugna game against the Necro, maybe.
I like that idea.
Ember, of course, is like one of SCC's best heroes. Not great against the Nyx, but that's the only real scary disable right now.
Yeah. Obviously, they have the chance of last picking, so they can see if Secret gets more disables.
Rubik Banda, I think, with that in mind, like Secret likely to pick some more disable. Earth Spirit, I think, would be great for Secret. Get like that. Have Nyx play the 5 position. Gaps are just around on the.
Yeah,
they're pretty combo heavy. What if you got a silencer?
That's a puppy here.
Like a 5 position. Because it's a pretty obvious initiation sort of thing, right? Earthshaker, Lifestealer. And then you've got an Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast over the top. Ooh, the Bane.
Forgot about that one.
Controlling hero for the Lifestealer. We haven't seen... Bane definitely became pretty prevalent sometime after TI, and I feel like he's dropped off a bit since.
It is Secret's most picked hero this patch. Or, sorry, I say this patch, this season, I should say.
Definitely gives them more lockdown, which was something all 3 of their cores kind of lack.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
And you're a little bit happy as the Nyx Assassin. You've got someone setting up your stun for you. You don't have to worry about it so much.
We saw Fenrir struggling with that previous game.
Yeah, I'll never flame anybody for missing Nyx Assassin stuns.
No, they were tricky ones to hit in.
So they ban away the Dragonite, which is kind of similar to the Pugna, in that like they just need a strong pushing hero.
Death Prophet Pugna.
Yeah.
Two that stand out right now. And or you do the Venomid and throw a complete curveball, but I'm not sure there's any obvious offlaners for me for KP. I think the Bat's great because Lincoln's, it's a tough matchup for you. You've got the Shaker to secure the offlane anyways for a Veno to fissure block it.
It's the Tide Hunter.
So they will for an offlaner. Presumably.
KP
picks it up.
Yeah.
Team fight. Jesus.
SCCC Veno.
That's the Newbee special. Get big team fight, big ultis.
I mean, Secret can dodge you a lot with their lineup. The Weaver and Nature's Prophet both really good at being able to split push. They need a really good timing on the Blink Dagger for Kaka because they can't just be reliant on team fight and like Ravage as their initiation. Just because I don't think Secret are ever going to 5-on-5. Ever.
They're just going to split.
Are they hoping to get the Tide against the Prophet in lane?
Yeah, probably.
And then go kind of an aggro lane?
It's tough aggroing into Weaver, though.
Yeah, you don't want the AA versus the Nature's Prophet because that AA lifesteal is going to lose their lane. So
yeah.
So the question is here. Game 1. Who's going to get ahead?
I'm going to say Secret.
Yeah, I'll stick with Secret as well. I think slightly prefer their draft and better plan here.
All right. one front here on the panel. Time for the first game of the series. It is over to Lyrical and Blitz.
Thank you very much, Shiva and the panel, and hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is the lower bracket matchup for Group E. Blitz, I was not expecting these two teams to be here. Like, coming into this, maybe even thinking about favorites, the runner-up from TI Secret that's been dominating the EU qualifiers. Were you agreeing with the panel as well? Do you think that Secret has the draft advantage in this one?
I think so, but at the same time, Newbee, I think they've got a really big comfort draft. KP on this Tidehunter, I watched him win like 4 games in a row in the Chinese qualifiers. I think this might be the game for them to do it, but at the same time, when I was looking at a lot of these picks, I was thinking to myself, man, the Chinese players, they just don't pick a lot of catch, it seems.
Yeah.
But they learned.
They learned. How did they learn? What are you talking about there? Just, you think the Tidehunter here is the answer? Oh, wait,
I think the Earthshaker is the real answer.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that was the thing. We talked about it the other day, that the answer that Newbee kept throwing out was like a clockwork as the answer for the Earthshaker. Now they're just taking it for themselves, a little bit of a different look. And, well, I guess from Team Secret's point of view, when I look at this draft, I see like Nyx Assassin setting up kills in the later game for like a Nature's Prophet TPing in on them.
Yeah. At the same time, I think Shaker, in general, is just such a good hero because he is all the lockdown you need.
Okay.
Most heroes come with 1 stun. This guy comes equipped and ready with 3. And so he's going to make up for a lot of your shortcomings in terms of the team fight. And it does look like they're trying to give Ace this matchup against this Tidehunter, and they're actually going to aggro for this rune. Correct thing to do here is KP has already leveled the Kraken Shell. They're going to battle here and does not manage to get it.
All right, Secret picks up 3 runes as they were able to bully away in the top lane. You don't want to go toe-to-toe against those treants. They hit pretty freaking hard. So the Ace versus KP matchup, Tidehunter there, obviously with Kraken Shell, you talked about it. But what about this mid? What do you think about this matchup?
I think Necro versus Veno is really weird just because they're both lane dominators in a sense. Like, neither of these heroes are really meant to lose too many lanes. The gank potential is very high for the Veno, whereas for mid one, he's just going to look to sustain. I think it's a fairly even-ish matchup.
I see up top now, Fata and Puppy trying to just stay strong in this lane. 3 heroes against 2, but they got those treants to soak up a bit of damage, and Fata going to be in a little bit of a tough spot right now. They got the open wounds already, and, well, Trees to try and block his way to get himself out of there, but the Nightmare, are you kidding me? Able to keep himself alive. My goodness. Puppy gets first blood instead. That was glorious, and Kaka here isn't even going to be able to finish off Fata.
And Kaka's now in trouble too, as he's going to have to back up, and the timing on that by Puppy was absolutely phenomenal. Saves the lane right there.
So many ways that could have gone right for Newbee, and they found the one where it ended up going wrong. Mid one, going to get galed in the mid lane, and, well, he's going to take a good bit of damage from this. He does have a salve to use, but it's going to be a while before he can actually pop it.
Yeah, and SECC, just being as aggressive as possible, which you want to be with the level 1 Gale. Especially since the Necrophos doesn't have his Ghost Shroud early on, so you're going to get some free right clicks off on him as now he comes back salved up. But the regen game definitely in favor of the Veno early on. And oftentimes mid almost always comes down to who has more regen and who can bully who out.
Oh, and then in the top lane, it feels like this is where we might see a lot of our action, considering it's going to be tri-lane versus tri-lane, and Secret able to bully them away from the rune for the moment. Do you feel like this is, who do you feel like this lane favors up top?
I think that right now, I mean, I would have said that it favors Newbee just because they have a very strong tri-lane, but that first blood makes things a little bit wonky, and Secret have done a very good job. You notice right here that they were able to pull off the creep wave, denying almost a full wave of experience, but Ace at bottom, that's kind of my larger point of concern, like how this Tidehunter versus Weaver matchup goes. Because on paper, I would imagine that this Weaver does better because he's a range hero, but Tide doesn't really die to anything as up at top.
Oh, a bit of damage there. Puppy actually using a Brain Sap to pull the creep wave back over towards them, so they couldn't get the full pull off. And they're just contesting for every little bit of experience possible. Necro getting a little bit of the worst end of the deal so far from the Veno in the mid lane. But things remaining fairly static. At least for now, it seems like the teams are happy with the way the lanes are going.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it, how this matchup mid is going to be relatively even, and it's just incredibly close. No player really breaking away from another. They counter each other in the sense that one has a lot of regen and one harasses really well. But up at top, Mugi not having the best time of it, still level 2, and this is the issue, is if you can't get pulls off, you simply just fall further and further behind. You notice the sentry ward up at top as well, blocking off that camp, making it so that they have to split between 3 people. And so as a result, you like to see Kaka start moving around. That's exactly what he's going to do. He's mid, set up for the stun.
Quick and easy one. They're going to try and find this kill. Mid one, trying to stay alive himself, but it's not going to be enough. And Yapsor wasn't able to get there in time to finish off SC.
Yeah, very good rotation. And I just talked about that. That Kaka has to move around because you can't just split 3 people's experience up at top.
We'll have to keep our eyes on Kaka, see if he's able to continue to get more around the map done. But KP hitting away here onto Ace. He is top CS right now and well, getting a good bit damage on top of that Weaver as well.
Yeah, Weaver's build actually means that he doesn't deal a lot of damage. He's gone for both the bottle and the magic wand. And you can't really harass out a Tidehunter. Tidehunter just kind of sits there with 2 levels of Kraken Shell, doesn't really mind getting hit a little bit. He's got a stick of his own, gonna go for the arcane boots, and very good job done by KP so far down in this bottom lane.
It still does feel like the Lifestealer is going to be the big sacrificial lamb on Newbee's lineup right now. And I mean, is that a really big problem? Can he make things happen later in the game once he gets his levels since he's being left alone around now?
Oh, mid right now.
Oh, God.
Hold that thought as mid one doesn't have Ghost Shroud.
Yeah, Puppey is here. He's going to go for the Nightmare again, but there are so many heroes.
The
Great Impale trying to turn this back around. Kaka, can he get the kill? Yes, they will. But they also are bringing in this Nature's Prophet as well. Fata trying to bring down Faith, but everybody from Newbee gets away.
Yeah, very clean escape, and the Shrine's about to be up. Newbee with the 2nd kill on this core Necrophos. And gonna throw the Gale, doesn't connect on the Yapsor. As a support, you're pinging your mid like crazy. You're like, please come Shrine. I don't want to just wait here.
Yeah.
But SCC's like, hold up, let me get every single creep.
Yeah. They are going to use that Shrine now. And it does pull a little bit of attention away from Mugi, who's been able to catch up at least a little bit again in CS. But right now, dominating the CS charts across the board pretty much is Newbee.
Yeah. And something that I did want to touch on based on what you asked me about was that you can't expect all 3 cores in Dota to do well.
Right.
Like, somebody has to be the sacrificial lamb in most games. If all 3 of your lanes go fantastically well, great, you're probably going to win the game. But more likely than not, you're just trying to win 1 or 2 lanes.
Well, we did see that rotation from Nature's Prophet where you'd love to be able to make a kill happen. Also, KP now getting level 6 at just about that 6-minute mark. So if Secret do start to make some action happen in the lanes, they're going to have to be wary of that TP Ravage that could come out from them. But in the mid lane, Secret thinking about going on to SC. Is this really that possible to find this kill?
I think it is. He doesn't have raindrops. If they lead with the sleep right here, the stun,
yeah, nice
Ace is coming for this as well.
They're trying to do it. Earthshaker is here as well, and unfortunately, that TP rotation means that Secret can't find the kill.
Yeah, and they needed Fada to TP in as well, but I don't think Fada was willing to sacrifice that, because if he TPs in right there, they don't get the kill, then he gives up a little bit more room to Mugi. It means that he can't pressure the other lanes. And Secret just off the mark so far early on.
You can see there the levels as well. Right now, Necro being the only one with 6, where you've got both the Veno and the Tide having level 6 online for themselves. So Faith also level 4 in the Ancient Apparition. He's gotten a lot here in this lane.
Yeah, he's just chilling, understanding that he needs to soak XP wherever he can. And they're going to kill some of these treants up at top lane. He's going to go back up here. And his level 6 is going to be very important later on, as they're going to go on Fada.
Oh my god, just so much damage. And he is going to get Nightmare. Maybe they can make this happen, but Fata taking the damage in from Faith, he is going to be able to walk away from that. We'll see if Secret can actually make any type of turn happen. It doesn't look likely.
Man, some of Puppey sleeps. That is unbelievable.
Oh, most played hero for a reason.
Yeah, and KP at bottom. He's got the Ravage available, mid one.
Yeah, they're coming in. They bring in the Earthshaker as well, and Gale going to be not quite on the mark.
Oh, he's going to Ravage for this.
All right, he gives a Ravage, and a little bit of hate thrown the way of mid one. Is he actually... No, there's no way he lives here, right? Surely not.
I mean,
surely not. Mid one? Are you kidding me? Is he really going to live here? He had the stick charges too. He can turn around and Reaper SC if he gets too close. It's maybe a bit too scary to walk up this hill and waiting for those wards. Mid one walks away.
They committed so much for that. That was a Ravage, 3 heroes down there. It's going to open up the map a little bit. Mid's going to get shoved in as a result of this. Ace getting some farm. And Necrophos
Oh no,
Might even find a kill.
They need to get the Reaper's Sight. They are going to find it, and it's enough damage for the kill. My God, mid-1 somehow.
Somehow.
Getting away from that kill down there, and then he's able to find another one afterwards. It's got to be so frustrating for NewBee, I'm sure.
It is, and that is the upside of picking a hero like Necrophos, is that his turnaround potential is probably the highest in the game.
Yeah.
You've always got to be worried about that. As soon as you get to half HP, you notice that SEC wasn't willing to chase in at bottom. Now it's going to be KP that most likely goes down here. Is Puppey trying to go for the body blocks. Probably not necessary, though.
Yeah, they'll just be able to go in now with the Nightmare, and that should be a pretty quick and easy one. Mid-1 finds himself another kill. 3-2, only 1,000 gold lead, but things starting to tilt back into Secret's favor.
Yeah, that was so disastrous. That attempt just kind of snowballed things left and right. They end up losing 2 heroes as a result of that. Mid-1 completely regens to full HP and mana.
What a hero. All right, so next couple of minutes, how do you see this playing out for both teams?
For SECC, I think he just needs to shove in lanes, play a little bit passively. Your cores are doing just fine. You have AA always as a response to this Necrophos, so he's not as big of a killer. So I think for NewBee, you just farm. You don't have to take these skirmishes. Yeah. They were successful with them early on, and so you kind of get spurred on by that, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, that's really good. We're making kills happen around the map. Let's continue this sort of momentum. But at some point, you got to realize you have 3 cores that do need a farm. Tidehunter is not a space-creating core. A lot of people think that he is. He's like a Ravage bot, but that is the worst kind of Tidehunter to play. You want this hero to have farm. You want this hero to have impact later on as this game goes. You want him to pick up items like a Refresher later on, an Aghanim Scepter.
And he is getting into the pipe, at least for now, and picking up an Iron Talon along the way, so he can get into that farming like you were talking about. We mentioned the Ancient Apparition getting a lot of levels early on. He's now gotten into the ulti, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Picking up that Tome of Knowledge also. And that might be one of the answers for mid-1 at the very least.
Yes. As Faith, like you said, does have his level 6. Ravage is available to them as well, but like I do think that they should just farm during this time period.
Right.
If they want to set up a mini gank, they can now that they've got AA Blast. It's easy to just set up with Ravage or Shaker plus the AA. But for the most part, I think the other 2 cores should just chill, farm. Like Mugi does not have enough farm to justify going around the map right now.
Okay. And then as far as Secret is concerned, we see this rotation down bottom. Secret bringing Puppey and Yapzor down there. They also do have the Necro in the area, and they are going to be able to go on to KP, but just a bit too hard to find any type of catch on him. Yeah,
he's staying really far back by the tower. He realizes this Necro's playing a little bit aggressively, and the creep wave is pushing into me. No reason to be impatient here.
Look at NewBee, though. They're bringing in Kaka and Faith, and they're going to be able to find Puppey. Now, can they actually make anything happen? There's the sleep onto AA. The Impale connects onto 2. They do have a Ravage available, but they get the Reaper Scythe off first, and Kaka trying to turn this back around. Are they going to be able to do it? The ulti comes out as well from the Venomancer. A lot of damage being dealt. They lose the Earthshaker as well, and NewBee maybe just getting a little bit too far forward there. They're going to lose SC as well.
And once again, they try making their move onto this Necrophos. Gets all the way down to 200 HP with the Ice Shatter not in effect. You've got to be a lot lower than that. And like I said, these moves are going to cost them. They needed to just farm because they can't really bring their Lifestealer into the fray. But they feel like they have to make some kind of move with the AA Ice Blast. And as a result, it's going to cost them dearly.
It's got to be so frustrating. But the way that it was starting really well and things were starting to feel like they were turning around, but then losing that fight. And I mean, how much does that hurt them here? Is it something where you feel like they've lost a lot of momentum, or?
Oh, a ton.
Okay.
Espada gonna make his move in as Kaka stuns him up. The AA Ice Blast does connect. He's cold-feeted up.
Able to bring him down. They do get that kill at the very least. And Mugi was one of the people that was able to pick it up. Yapzor is still here, though. The tower is gone, so they won't have vision of him, although there's that sentry ward that he was just inside of. So they know he's there.
Yeah, and he's gonna back up, play a little patiently. He is level 8, though. This Veno is falling pretty far behind now as Necro just continues to hit creeps. He's got a 4-staff available on him, too.
I think that Yapzor realized that they had vision of him, but they will go on to SC here now, trying to bring him down low. There's going to be a Spike Carapace, almost able to kill SC. Is he going to go down? Trying to TP out. He's actually going to be able to live there, and it looks like Yapzor might be the one that ends up paying instead. So the gank is going to turn around. The Echo Slam turnaround, not there. kill off that Shaker.
Gets absolutely deleted as mid one just continues to climb that chart. Weaver popping his ultimate, trying to regen a little bit, opting to go for the Dragonlance build. I do like this a lot, by the way, rather than going for something like a straight Linken's. If you're against an Earthshaker, what does that really do for you? And if you look at NewBee's team in general, the Slinkins isn't going to provide any sort of value.
Right.
You would stop Gush and Cold Feet, but you're a Weaver.
Yeah.
Just build damage.
I mean, it does feel like a very free Weaver game to me.
It does. It's probably one of the freer ones in the sense that their main lockdown is not doing the best right now. I think the panel touched on it earlier, is that this Earthshaker, his Blink Dagger kind of timing is going to be really imperative. But if you look at his goal, 225 to his name.
Oh, Faith down bottom, just going to get picked off. And that's the strength of a Nyx Assassin. Ancient Apparition just didn't know what hit him.
Yeah, and NewBee, 2 unsuccessful fights in a row is going to lead to a 2k advantage for Secret. Not insurmountable by any means, because Mugi is still just chipping away at that lead. He's got a very good amount of farm, picked up the armlet on himself.
For sure. Meanwhile, KP up in the top, he has the Lifestealer infested into him, but not really a great way to catch these people. Is Puppey, are they going to try and go on this? Do they know? They don't know the Lifestealer's inside of him here. They jump out.
Surprise.
Oh, the Sprout. They're going to lose Puppey, but H Prophet at least gets away.
Yeah, that was a heavy rotation for just a Bane support. Not really that worth it.
That gives time now for Secret to move down bottom and pressure this tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, mid lane, Weaver getting a little bit feisty, going after Faith, and we'll be able to find this kill as well. Easy peasy for the Weaver.
This is by far one of the most miserable matchups for an Ancient Apparition, because you can't stun him, you die really fast, your stats kind of suck, you have 3 armor only, and they don't have AA. Mid one, pretty much unkillable here.
I mean, look at this. There's 4 heroes around mid one, and he just doesn't have to worry about anything. Puppey is here as well, though, and he actually needs to be a little bit concerned. Nightmare is there. Impale, can it come out? It's going to connect onto 2 of them. Not bad. It's a decent way to start. They have the feed trap as well. They got him caught. There's the scythe. He goes down. KP dead. No Ravage in this one. SC is gone as well. They've got bugs up on Mugi for a second, which gave him vision, and, well, they aren't going to be able to catch Kaka. It looks like they aren't going to be able to get the Lifestealer either.
Just not enough damage on anyone. That clutch 4-staff Puppey is going to go down. Unfortunately for him, but well worth the trade. And this is kind of how you know that you're in dire straits right now. If you're killing a 5-position support and getting nearly 400 gold for it, you're probably pretty far behind.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Does definitely feel like they've basically gotten what they wanted this whole game. And Mugi now, is he going to get caught out as well? They just give him a little tap on the backside and let him go on his way. 4,000 net worth, 11-6. Does this game get a lot easier for NewBee later on?
I don't think so. The key is that they do always have an Earthshaker, and I have extolled his virtues to the high heavens. Earthshaker is an insane hero, stuns a lot of people. Echo Slam is one of the best comeback mechanics in the game, but Secret have done just such a good job of outmaneuvering NewBee right now. Mid one hasn't died since the laning phase, and every single time they attempt it, they find out why everyone hates this hero.
Picked up the Veil now as well. 9,000 damage dealt. It's about the same as the Venomancer, actually. It's kind of a cool little statistic mid-game.
Oh,
I like that. Look at, isn't that sick?
That is sick. But Veno should almost always have the highest damage.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, once again.
Oh, Ace, he gets the time lapse away. Splash down.
Ooh, you're dead.
Fata finds the kill there. Okay.
The chat wheel is coming online.
Yeah.
It's the morale booster.
It really is. I feel like the people are a little sad that the voices are taken away, but... Oh, God. Now KP again, going to be in trouble. Does he actually go down here, though? The pipe? Or rather, the hood, able to keep him alive for a moment, but they've caught the Earthshaker down bottom, too. It just looks like all over the freaking map.
Oh,
Secret are going on him. SC, is he going to end up falling as well down there bottom? It looks like he's okay.
Just 4 steps out, but still not a lot of farm. And this Weaver, like you said, having a pretty free game without any sort of reliable lockdown aside from this Earthshaker who doesn't have a Blink Dagger and died once again. Secret, they're going to use that timing very well for themselves to push out all the lanes at once. And this is how you know a team is really far ahead, is when they're shoving in 3 lanes at once and they're not being punished for any of it.
it really just doesn't feel like Secret have anything that needs to stop them from making this happen. I mean, Newbee can kind of do whatever, or aren't able to do anything. Like, they have to move around the map as a couple of different heroes at once, and because there's always that threat of Nyx Assassin being able to find you. Top lane now, Moogie is going to just rage and have to run away now. God, it doesn't really feel good. Look at this. They're just getting ran around, circles around him.
Yeah, and Ace, he realizes all the spells are done. Faith should go down for the spot, even going to TP in the back lines.
God, it's all falling apart. Secret are just dismantling them. Basically diving towers at this point, 5 heroes together, and there's just nothing Newbee can do.
Yeah, they're just getting run over right now, like you said. Fada, he has an Orchid. He just cut the back line, kills the Earthshaker for free. We talk about how this Earthshaker's Blink Dagger is going to be so crucial to this game, and every single time he gets like 100 gold, he just gets slapped back down.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I'm trying to figure out, like, what is the avenue back into this right now for Newbee? Is there anything that really sticks out to you, something that they can kind of hang their hat on or play around?
Earthshaker, Blink Dagger.
Okay, I'm with you. It's a tough
feel
game.
Me? That meant a lot, that little utterance.
Yeah. Game
As
is hard.
Venno, he's farming the Triangle of Death though.
Okay.
So this is pretty nice. This is the main reason why Venno is so nice on Dire side, is you can just farm this area out. Nobody really touches you. You can farm 3 camps at once. And because of the XP talent, you gain so much from farming these Ancients. But for the most part, I think they're just relegated to farming in this area. In Dota, it's always been, as simple as it sounds, you're just going to play around your ward vision. Where do you have ward vision? Well, for Secret, it's everywhere. They literally have ward vision everywhere.
Yeah.
And for Newbee, it's kind of just this one area where SEC is farming. Yes, they have a ward by the bounty rune, but it's about to expire, and that doesn't really protect them because there's more angles that Radiant can go in as a result of taking that mid-tier one.
Oh, and they just smoked, I believe, underneath the Secret ward as well. So this...
They're pinging Roche. They're like, guys, they're in that area as Ace. Immediately going to time-lapse out, break that smoke.
Well, they did catch him, though. Oh, Fissure down there. He's very slowed. They're going to be able to not quite connect onto him. He is taking a lot of damage over time. Mookie is there as well, able to get the open wounds. The 4-step, though, keeping Ace alive. And that big smoke rotation does not bear fruit. Newbee still struggling to find anything.
Yeah, no vision, no blinks. Really hard to make something happen, but now Fada gonna help Puppey set up ward vision even deeper. As Yapstor's mid, mid one's top, Fada's bottom, and they don't care that Newbee knows it.
Kaka opens up. They do have the lifesteal inside of him. This could be something, and it's unfortunately going to be 4 heroes only killing the Bane. But it's something.
Yeah, kills are kills at this point. When you're down 8k gold, any pickup matters.
So one thing that I feel like we can kind of hang our hat on also is they do have Ravage available, and if Secret decide to go in for like a Roche, they could make a probably really good team fight around there. Do you think that Secret are going to put themselves in a position where they could get caught by a big Ravage or no?
I
guess
possibly, but at the same time, like, these little advantages add up.
Right.
Every time, every minute that goes by and Secret farms out 2 different jungles at once, it means that Newbee's going to have to win more team fights in a row than they previously did. So it's not going to take 1 team fight for Newbee to get back into this game. It's going to take 2. And with another 5 minutes, it'll take 3.
Moogie will be found. They've got a catch. They've got themselves most likely a kill as well. That ward, it's kind of a nifty one there from Secret, keeping vision over the Ancient camp. So nothing is gotten for free here for Newbee.
Yeah, nothing really safe for them. Like, they are trying to protect their jungle area, but because they haven't been able to deward that one, it's been hard for them. And Ace picks up the Aegis for free. I mean, their lineup does it so quickly. He's got a Deso. Probably don't even have to start approaching high ground. The one thing that Newbee can do is they hold high ground very well. Venomancer wards plus Tidehunter and Earthshaker. That's quite obnoxious. On top of the AA Ice Vortex. And finally, they're going to Sentry, but it's literally like the last second that the ward was going to live. Like, he barely killed it in time.
Yeah.
I don't even know why Puppey threw that Sentry down there. It was like a spite Sentry.
how did we get here? I mean, it feels as if like the draft, it looked obviously Secret's favored, but I mean, was it just Secret outplaying them on top of that?
I think it was the 2 attempts that they made at bottom. I think if they just continue to farm and chill a little bit, it would have been a lot better for them. But when they make the 2 attempts on the Necro and he doesn't die, then the game just kind of goes wildly out of control for you.
Yeah.
As Newbee.
Oh.
All right, this should be the big fight here.
Now they have a Ravage available. The Ice Blast is not going to connect, though, and Puppey, Nightmares himself, still staying alive for the moment as Ace takes down Faith. The Echo Slam is there off to the side, but it's not going to be enough damage. They are going to be able to possibly kill off and take down SC. Everybody else is living. Fata split pushing along the bottom lane. It is just a catastrophe here for Newbee.
Yeah, and their high ground hero is down. They do have Ravage available. Earthshaker, Blink Dagger is online, but if he does not kill everybody with that Echo, then it's likely that Secret just march on through. And with this pipe on mid 1, it's becoming less and less likely.
This is just devastating. I mean, look at it. You got the bottom lane. They're all going to go down there to try and deal with the treants. Up top, Secret's going to take another tier 3 tower. There's just nothing here at all. And he might just try and solo Mugi here. He gets caught there for a moment and stuck inside of the trees. Nowhere left to go. He brings a bunch of heroes down with him as well, so the rest of Secret can push the top lane. And Ace is diving tier 4s to kill off Faith. The Fissure doesn't even connect. Oh, Blitz, turn away. GG is called. That was disgusting.
Yeah, probably one of the more brutal series that we've seen so far, but this is just how good Secret is, as they absolutely run over Newbee, who has taken an absolute beating at this tournament. Haven't won a single game yet. As Secret, they just cleaned house.
Oh, man. Where do you go from here? Like, I mean, for Secret, it's great. It's amazing. You know, you show up, you get to, you know, lay a beat down to the TI runners up. For Newbee, I'm like trying to figure out, like, it doesn't feel like the drafts, they tried something new here. You mentioned the Earthshaker. This was something that they wanted to take. What would be